A single COVID-19 death of a fully immunized Manitoban is a rarity in contrast to the over 500,000 people in the province who've already received at least one dose. One person 65 or older contracted the illness 7 or more days after receiving their second dose and died, according to data provided to CBC News by the Manitoba government on Tuesday afternoon. It's very rare to get COVID-19 after 2 doses. 79,091 Manitobans are now fully immunized, and 107 have gone on to get infected a week or more after their second dose, the province says. That works out to about 0.14%. Load error 10 of those fully immunized were hospitalized. While no vaccine provides 100% protection, it has significantly reduced the severe effects of COVID-19 for thousands of Manitobans, a provincial spokesperson said in a statement. The numbers are in line with what we'd expect to see in any successful vaccination program. The latest data on infection rates post-vaccination support this statement and suggests a high level of protection is conferred after even one dose. On average, it takes at least 2 weeks after your first jab to develop antibodies that can mount an immune response against COVID-19. Generally, anyone who develops COVID-19 symptoms before this 14-day period is likely to have contracted it prior to receiving their first dose, the province says. However, a small fraction do get COVID-19 after this period in what are known as breakthroughs. Of the nearly 427,000 Manitobans to receive a dose so far, 551 to 0.13% became infected 2 weeks or more afterward, and before their second dose. 40 ended up in hospital, and 8 died, all of them 65 or older except for one, Prince Albert, Sask. Remains under state of emergency with wildfire-threatening city Halifax breaks record after welcoming massive container ship. 2/3 of teachers feel school staff should be vaccinated, CBC survey Brig. Gen. Krista Brody named new head of Canada's vaccine rollout. How a tax refund check got stuck in a subway sign. Absolutely massive vessel sets record upon arrival in Halifax. Lockdown restrictions eased in England. Narendra Modi's popularity takes hit during COVID-19 crisis. What can be learned from a year of pandemic schooling? Housing prices continue to rise while sales dip. Travel restrictions blocking some homeowners from NS. Mother pleads with Ottawa to get her children out of Gaza. Biden hopeful for diplomatic end to Israel. Palestinian militants. Conflict. Violence between Israel, Palestinian militants enters second week. U.S. To share more of its COVID-19 vaccine stockpile, military officer in charge of Canada's vaccine rollout replaced Lynette Saragusa, chief nursing officer for Manitoba Shared Health, said on Monday that 34 partially vaccinated people have ended up in intensive care units, nearly all of whom contracted COVID-19 within 3 weeks of getting their first dose. After about 3 weeks, the vaccine is around 90% effective, she said. Healthcare workers were among the first to be fully vaccinated with mRNA-based vaccines, Pfizer-BioNTech and Moderna, after hundreds became ill or were forced to isolate due to hospital exposures during the first and second waves. Saragusa said that prioritization campaign has been a big help for staffing amid the current crush of third-wave hospitalizations, which Manitoba's models suggest are expected to keep rising for 2 to 4 weeks. Very few hospital workers are getting COVID-19 compared to previous waves due to the immunity they've developed from vaccination, she said. Manitoba officials say that variant has become the dominant strain in Manitoba and it's putting younger people in hospital. So far, over 53% of Manitoba adults have received at least one dose. The province hopes to begin booking second dose appointments by this weekend and have all Manitobans fully immunized by mid to late July.